My mother's name is my pseudonym.
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah,
That's
her
amazing.
name is Loretta June Barksdale, and so I have used her name just so that it appears.
That's
And
amazing.
I did my first time when I was doing my thesis. I've actually written several chapters in books that are educational books, research books, and that's the pseudonym I use. My mom's name. So I
That's
think it's
amazing.
just so cool to see how our parents really come through. And even though I would say they're both, I'm sure, smiling down on us, is that we have so much respect and want to honor them, that we ensure that their presence lives on in some way, shape, or form. So I just thought that was so cool. It really resonated.
And and I think that I love that. And I think what is so great to me is that, if you hear this, like people often say this to me and Minessa about our mom, because she was very sickly when we were growing up. She wasn't like, if she wasn't a Pollyanna type mom, she, we didn't have that kind of childhood. But the impact that she had was so profound. And knowing so much more about her story now as adults, right? Like she passed away when Vanessa and I were still, we were adults, but we were still kids. We were like in our early 20s.
I did not finish adolescence till I was like 33, and my mom had been dead for several years.
What did we know, right? Nothing. So the more I learned about her as I got older, the more I realized, like, what a blessing to have someone, whoever that is, a parent, a friend, a colleague, a mentor, it doesn't even matter, but someone in your life who had such an impact that you feel that moved, right, by their presence in your world, that you do what you did, right? You write this book, you write under your mom's pseudonym, you wear her necklace. Minessa and I, the same thing. So many of the things that we do are wrapped up in this that my mother has left with us. And, the fact that she was our mother, she could have been, somebody else. There's lots of people of influence in our world. It doesn't have to be a parent. It could be anybody. But I think when they leave us, the void is so deep and so endless. But I chose to fill that with power. I'm going to fill this space with doing. I'm not going to fill this space with constantly grieving and constantly feeling that emptiness. Instead, I'm going to say, she gave me a gift. She gave me a gift that gives forever, and how can I leverage that to leave some kind of mark on the world? So that it's a little bit better today than it was yesterday, a little bit better 10 years from now than it was when I started. And if that's a book, if it's a quote, if it's a LinkedIn post, if it's a hug to somebody, giving someone 10 minutes of your time, whatever it is, I think that there's so much power in fueling that space with the impact that person has had on your life,